You're called for that interview and you find out it's a video interview. You either haven't been to one before or you have been to one before and you dread them. You thought the face-to-face interviews were difficult enough and now you need to learn a new etiquette, a new way of speaking on screen, and come to terms with not meeting in person. You may start thinking, what is good etiquette of a video interview and what's not good? Well, don't worry. In today's video, I'll be giving you 5 tips on how to be successful in video interviews. Let me know in the comment section below if you struggle with video interviews by commenting, I do. And make sure to stick around until the end of the video where I'll be sharing my bonus step that will help you be ultra prepared for those video interviews. Everything I talk about in this video will be linked in the description box below, including my free job search strategy roadmap checklist, which takes you step by step through what you need to do to prepare for a standout job application. So make sure to download your copy today. Hey everyone, I'm Aisling and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, I'm a career and mindset coach, and my channel is all about helping you create and maintain a positive mindset, build clear, actionable steps that you can take to be successful in your career and also be held accountable to achieve your career and life goals. If you're interested in more videos like this one, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell to be notified when I upload new videos to stay updated. And don't forget to like this video, it helps my channel reach more people like you. Now, we're going to talk about how to be successful in video interviews. Step 1. Prepare yourself as you usually would for a face-to-face interview. Unless the interviewer or recruiter tells you otherwise, prepare your competency-based questions, your behavioural questions, and your situational-based questions. Take a look at the job spec and walk through every line and name an example where you have this experience that's listed in the job spec. Practice out loud, to yourself or with a friend. If you struggle with confidence in an interview, check out my video now in the top right corner where I go into further detail on how to be confident in an interview. When preparing your questions, also prepare what you are going to wear to your video interview. This would usually be business attire, so it can be a full suit or a blazer combo, or business casual depending on the company. If in doubt, always go the more dressed up route as it really does impress. Although you can only see the top half in a video interview, I'd recommend dressing fully. I know this might sound funny and I know you may be thinking, well, they can only see the top half anyway, but I'd recommend ignoring the temptation to wear those pajamas for the bottom half of your suit. The reason for this is sometimes things can happen and you have to stand up. For example, a door creaks open or you have to fix a camera or check a plug or a light. The interviewer may then see the bottom half of your outfit in these cases, so make sure to keep this in mind when preparing your dress. Better to be safe than sorry. Step 2 is plan your location and test your software. If you are planning on interviewing at home, then make sure you plan accordingly. Is there somewhere nice and quiet that you can go? Do you have a white wall or a green screen that you can use as your background? Make sure the background is tidy, particularly the area that the camera will be showing. Check if there is good lighting. If there is a bit of general noise around you, do you have noise cancelling headphones that you can use maybe? If you're living with people, make sure to highlight to them that you have an interview during these times and you cannot be disturbed so that they know not to barge into the room while you're on the call. You may have seen this happen before to a few people with some viral videos that have gone around where this has happened, so make sure that it doesn't happen to you. It may throw you off balance if it happened, and you may struggle to concentrate and get back into the flow of the interview. So as they say, prevention is the cure. Make sure you're ticking the list of all of the above and it should set you up right. Next is to test all of your software. Make sure you know what platform the company you are interviewing for is using for that video interview. Ensure it is downloaded and will operate on your computer in advance of the video interview. Test how long it takes to log in. Test your microphone, camera, and headphones if you're using them, or test the audio of the computer. Make sure it's all working. When you are logging into your interview, log in early, approximately 10 to 15 minutes early, to allow for anything that could go wrong to go wrong and let you start your interview on time. Step 3 is pay attention to body language. We can all admit it's a little bit more difficult to build rapport and express yourself as you would if you were meeting in a face-to-face interview. Usually you can pick up cues from the interviewer's body language and get an idea of how it's going or if they are liking what you're saying. There are some differences virtually, of course. There's no shaking hands or breaking the ice from the walk from the door to the meeting room to give you a chance to build rapport, for example. While it is different, there are still things you can do to emit this positive body language. Start off the interview when you log on saying hello and break the ice. You can ask how they are finding it operating remotely, for example. Talk about the weather, or maybe holidays and anything planned, or did they have a chance to get away, depending on the time of the year. Be prepared with some icebreakers in any case, whatever is comfortable to you. Make sure to check your posture, so sit upright in your chair and sit back a bit from the camera so that they can see your head and shoulders on the camera. Don't sit too close so that they can only see your head. Throughout the interview, make sure you are smiling, nodding when they are speaking or explaining something, looking at the interviewers when they are talking, and looking at the camera when you're talking. Try not to look at yourself on screen if you can. I know this can be difficult to do, to be fair, but minimize yourself as much as you can on the screen to avoid looking there. And stay calm. Remember, the interviewer understands that it's a bit nerve-wracking, and they are understanding of that aspect too. So try as much as possible not to overthink it. Step 4 is not to rely or constantly look at your notes. I know it might be tempting to have a lot of notes there and look at them when you're talking, but make sure you don't use your notes throughout the interview. It can look like you're not paying attention and that you're not prepared. While I understand it can be strange to be looking into the camera and knowing it's not real eye contact, as mentioned in step 3, it is important to maintain virtual eye contact. You wouldn't bring notes into a face-to-face interview and look at them while speaking to the interviewer, so it's not appropriate to do so in a virtual setting either. If you want to bring a notepad to take notes of whatever the interviewer is saying about the role or the company, for example, then make sure to tell them at the start. You can just say, I have a notepad here to the side and I might just take notes when you're explaining more about the role and company, if that's okay. This will help them understand what you are doing when you're looking away from the camera. Step 5 is to be prepared for the unexpected. Some examples of this can include noises outside. If someone still walks into the room even after you telling them multiple times that you are going to be in an interview. If the sound goes or the connection fails, for example. If it does happen, just swiftly deal with the issue, apologize, and continue with the interview. Don't overthink it or let it throw you off either. People are used to these things happening, so don't dwell on it. Make sure that you have all the contact details of the interviewers so that you can call them if the connection does cut out or if something does go wrong. If there is an unexpected noise and it's extremely loud, making it impossible for the interviewer to hear you, make sure to put the computer on mute, apologize afterwards, and move on again. Remember, unexpected things happen all the time, so please don't dwell on this. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and share with a friend that you think would enjoy this video also. And now for my bonus step, a very important one, which is to make sure to remove any and all possible distractions or interruptions. As you would in a face-to-face interview, leave your phone off and in another room if needed. Make sure the TV is switched off if there's one in your room. Close any unnecessary browsers or tabs that are open on your computer to avoid any notifications popping through, such as email or LinkedIn notifications. The less possibility for distractions or interruptions, the easier it will be for you. Make sure to click the link in the description box below to download your free job search strategy roadmap checklist, which will take you step by step through what you need to prepare for a standout job application and take those steps towards getting called for that interview. Don't forget to download your copy today. Also, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out these videos on screen. Thanks for watching and see you in my next video.